guys, Trey with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're checking out the Raxium Axial Series LED fog light bulbs H10s for the 1999 and newer F-150s, excluding the 2003 and 2004 Harley-Davidson edition. If you're looking to upgrade your fog lights with something brighter and more efficient than your stock bulbs, these LEDs are worth checking out. They're perfect for F-150 owners who want improved visibility in bad weather conditions and a more modern, stylish look on their truck. These fog light bulbs deliver a noticeable boost in brightness over factory halogen bulbs and provide a cool white light output, which not only enhances visibility in fog, rain, or snow, but also gives your F-150 a cleaner, high-end appearance. These are 6,000 degree Kelvin, and Kelvin is the color temperature scale that lets you know exactly what color tone your light source is. 3200 and similar ranges are going to be your more yellow light sources, and these sitting at 6,000 degree Kelvin are going to be your more bright white category with a clean white look leaning towards the blue side of the spectrum rather than yellow. These bulbs are highly energy efficient compared to your halogens, using only 10% of the power that your factory bulbs used while producing more light. They also hit full power instantly with no warm-up time, making them very reliable in low light conditions. Constructed from durable materials, the Axial LED fog light bulbs are designed for long-lasting performance. The LED chips provide consistent light output, and the bulb housing is made to withstand the elements, resisting moisture and corrosion. If you're facing harsh weather or regular wear, these bulbs are built to last longer than your traditional halogens. As far as price on these, they land right around $70, and LED bulbs generally come in at a higher price point than halogen options, but the Axial LED fog light bulbs offer a cost-effective upgrade for F-150 owners seeking a better lighting and style. Giving their long lifespan and less need for replacements, these bulbs are a great value in the long run, saving you on maintenance and replacement bulbs. Installation is very simple, as these are a direct plug-and-play replacement for your factory fog bulbs. Rated only a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty scale, it should only take you 20 minutes to complete the job. Just remove the stock bulbs, swap these in, and you'll be ready to hit the road. Now let's check out an install video from one of our AmericanTrucks.com customers and see exactly how these go on your F-150.
Hey everyone, today I'm going to be replacing the stock halogen fog light bulbs on my 2019 F-150 with these Raxium Axial LED bulbs. These are 6,000 K, so they will produce a much brighter and whiter light than the stock yellow fog lights that the truck currently has. This particular model here will cover F-150s from year 1999 to 2023, with the exception of the Harley-Davidson edition, and it is a fairly simple install that only requires one tool, which is a 5.5mm socket. You can also wear a pair of nitrile gloves if you plan on potentially reusing that halogen bulb anywhere else, because if you touch the glass on a halogen bulb with your bare fingers, the oils on your skin can reduce the life of the bulb. But if you are just throwing away those stock bulbs, then you do not need to wear gloves because the LEDs don't have that issue. The easiest way to reach these bulbs is actually through the side of the wheel well, not from underneath. The problem with reaching underneath is that this piece of the frame right here blocks the bulb itself, and if you have large hands, it's just a very tight space to try to remove the old bulb and put the new bulb in place. So what I have found is that the easiest way is to remove these 2 screws from the inside liner of the wheel well and simply bend that wheel well material backwards so that you can reach the bulb itself. So this is where you'll use that 5.5mm socket. All you have to do is rotate those screws counterclockwise to release them from the body of the vehicle itself. Screw number 1. And screw number 2. So now you should be able to pull that piece of the wheel well in just enough to get behind there, and you will feel the wire leading to the bulb itself. Once you grab the back of the bulb, just spin it counterclockwise to disengage it and carefully take it out. Now there is some extra wire so that you can bring the bulb down and out, but you'll want to go underneath this frame here so that you can get the full extension of the wire and have lots of place to work with. So here is your stock halogen bulb. To remove this bulb, look on the back side and you will see a pair of clips. Pull towards you on the clips while pulling the bulb off, and it disengages the bulb altogether. So those clips grab on to that little piece right there, and that's what locks the bulb in place. So you just want to lift the clips off of that piece and then slide the bulb off. And this new bulb is a plug and play, so it's very simple. It has the same adapter. Your new bulb has the same adapter and the same little plastic tab. So you'll make sure that that tab is facing towards those two plastic clips. Slide the bulb on till you hear it click, and then pull down on the bulb to make sure it's secured in place. So there's our new LED bulb. Now we'll repeat the process that we did to get the other bulb out. So now you have your LED bulb ready to go. Make sure as you go to install it, you're passing it under this frame first so that you don't have the wire hanging around the frame. And if you notice, on the bulb itself, there are 3 plastic tabs. The largest tab, which for me is this one right here by my pointer finger, needs to be facing down. That is the way that it will properly click into the fog light housing. So I'm gonna reach through here. You can kind of feel when it sits in, and then press hard and towards the front of the vehicle to get it fully in there, and then turn the bulb until it locks into place. Now with my setup, the LED light is fully locked into place, and you can see it's at like a 45-degree angle. So you want that LED light bulb to be completely vertical, and that is where you will use the Allen key that came with the light bulb. If when you install the bulb, you notice that the bulb is not perfectly perpendicular to the ground, it's not vertical, straight up and down, what you'll want to do is take that bulb back out. I'm going to feed it back around the frame so that I have extra wire to work with. And then you'll use the Allen key that's provided. Put it in this hole along this metal collar. Loosen the Allen key. And then you'll want to spin the actual collar, whatever amount you need in order to have that bulb be straight up and down. For me, it was about 45 degrees. So I spun the collar. Now I tighten the Allen key. And I'm ready to reinstall it. So I will put my thumb on that bigger plastic tab. Well, first actually pass the bulb around the frame. Feed the wires through. Find the larger plastic tab. That's where my thumb will go, so that I know where it's at. Push it through. Push it into the housing, and spin it. So I made the adjustment, installed the bulb. It's just slightly leaning to the left, not quite completely vertical. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust that now. So very simple. Just grab the base of the bulb, turn it counterclockwise, wiggle it out of the housing, grab your Allen key, insert it into the collar, loosen that collar. Mine's leaning a little tiny bit to the left, so I'm gonna turn the collar just a hair to the left, and that ought to straighten it up. So I'm gonna tighten it back down. Put my thumb on the larger tab, pass it through into the housing, push firmly, and then spin it to lock it into place. And I'm actually very happy with that. Perfectly vertical. Let's see how they look. Before heading over to the passenger side, you'll just want to replace those 2 screws that you took out of the wheel liner. So I'm going to place that one back in. Use your 5.5mm socket. Tighten it up. No need to go crazy over tightening it. Grab your second screw. Start the screw with your fingers and then tighten that one up as well. All set. Passenger side is going to be the same as the driver's side. So first step, you remove the 2 screws that are holding that wheel liner in place using your 5mm socket. Screw number 1. Screw number 2. You will then pull the wheel liner away from the vehicle, reach in, grab your halogen light bulb base, turn it counterclockwise, and carefully remove it from the vehicle, pass it down through the frame, so that you have extra space to work with. Now, just like before, the halogen light bulb has that plastic clip. Pull it towards you while pulling the light bulb down. That disengages the bulb, and you're good to grab your LED. The LED has that same tab. Line it up with those plastic clips, and just snap it into place and make sure it's secure. Once you have that LED bulb connected, you will pass it back up through the frame. Feed the rest of the wiring. Bring it out of the wheel well. Make note of that large plastic tab. That's the one that goes on the bottom. So I'm gonna mark that with my thumb. Push the bulb into the housing. Make sure I'm lined up properly. And then I am right-handed, so I'm going to use my right hand to tighten that bulb up by spinning it counterclockwise. Okay, so the bulb's in place, but as you can see, that LED bulb needs to be vertical. We're gonna have to make that adjustment again with that Allen key to turn that thing vertical. So it needs to go pretty far to the left. I'm going to take the bulb back out by turning counterclockwise. Again, I'll use my right hand on this one. I'm going to feed the bulb down through the frame so that I have more room to work with. Grab that Allen key, loosen the screw, and I'm going to go and turn it. Tighten it up, reinstall it, and we'll do this a couple times till we get it nice and vertical. So we'll pass it back through, push all the wiring up, put my thumb on the bottom. There it goes. Twist it in place, and we are good to go. Before I put the screws into that passenger wheel well, just double check, make sure I have a good connection, the bulb's working good. There's your finished product. Much, much better than the stock halogen bulbs. Very happy with the color and brightness. Last step is putting those screws back in place, back into the wheel well liner. So just start the screws. And tighten them up. No need to over tighten. And then the other screw. And that's it.
Well, that's going to do it for our review and install of the Raxium Axial Series LED fog light bulbs H10s for the 1999 and newer F-150s, but excluding those 2003 and 2004 Harley-Davidson editions. And for all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.